afternoon, folks. Welcome to the LA Coliseum. Man, I am excited to be back here in Bluegrass iRacing territory. We are about to get to some truck racing here in just a moment. Qualifying about 7 minutes in. Sorry, we were having a little bit of issues. Looks like some updates in our programs and stuff. It kind of threw us off a little bit. We wasn't thinking that it was going to be how it was, so we got that figured out. Now we're ready to go. So it's good to be back, like we said, here in a Bluegrass territory. We're here at the LA Coliseum tonight. Just an exhibition race tonight, no points paying. But man, we do have some new faces out on the track. We've got some brand new trucks. We saw them debut, actually, I want to say second to last week in last season. But man, this is a stacked field here tonight. We've got some heat racing going on here in about 2 minutes. And yeah, hopefully over on the Facebook and YouTube chat, you guys are filling in and finding your way here. And if you're new here to the channel, I am Josh Kiwis. Alongside me, actually, technically our host. He is our broadcaster, I guess you could say. I'm just the commentator, but hey, here's our broadcaster, commentator, and sidekick. My brother, Chris Kiwis, he is also going to be up here in the booth. But yeah, if you guys are new, we appreciate you coming to stop out here tonight and watch your driver in Bluegrass. If you do have any drivers that you are watching, any of these new drivers, let's see, Kyle Harbin. I'm trying to see some other names right quick. We know we don't have too many of them. Justin White, Michael McCauley. I want to say that's how you say that name. And looks like that's so far the only 3 names I see that are newer in the Truck Series. It looks like Casey Barlow is going to be driving Truck Series. And a couple guys from the other series are still in here, but it looks like our Truck Series is pretty much the same from last season. Besides our champion, Joey Doucette, he won't be in the Truck Series, it looks like, this season. But hey, other than that, man, we are ready to go. And new fans, we welcome you. Returning fans, we also welcome you guys. I've been seeing everybody really hyping up Bluegrass here this off season, getting a lot of tags and groups and everything, seeing all the drivers going hard to work, really trying to expose the group. Man, we're ready for another hard season of some Bluegrass iRacing. This is only the beginning of the week. We've got tomorrow the Xfinity cars, and then we will be debuting the next gen cars for the Cup Series here Wednesday night. So yeah, here we go. It looks like we've got about 4 seconds left in qualifying, and we will be turning over to the heat races here. We'll see how everybody's going to turn out here in heat number 1. As Chris, I know you're excited. How are you thinking this first heat race is going to go, and how are you thinking these drivers driving these trucks this season? If you think we're going to see some new names pop up, we know we got some guys that last season were running strong towards the end. You got in your eye on anybody coming into this early season?
It's really coming down to, like you were saying, we're not seeing Joey Doucette in the Truck Series, might be moving up to the Xfinity Series, so that's going to be very interesting to see. We're also going to
Doug
be
Mill as well.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we're also seeing Doug Neal not in the Truck Series as well, so that's going to be very interesting too. So now we've got a lot of these drivers getting ready to take the course. We're going to go ahead and run through this grid right now, just so we can see who is on the track for us.
Yeah, it looks like Cody Verrill will take pole here in heat number 1. Alan Duranco going to sit outside of him in that number 4 machine. Logan T. Smith, he's going to line up in that P3 spot. Josh Lockwood looks like he is going to be lining up in 4th. Good to see Lockwood back. Wes Wiggin, he's going to be lining up in that P5 spot. P6 going to be going to Anthony Stevens with P7. Christopher Blanchard, he's going to be lining up in P7. And look at that, Gary Jaworski, man, in the truck of the night. I don't care what you say. Roll Tide, number 18.
Roll Tide.
Gary Jaworski going to be lined up P8 here tonight in Heat 1. Jason Bridges, one of those drivers that I am saying look out for this season. That 9 machine. Looks like he's running that Wendell Scott throwback too. He's going to be lining up in that P9 spot. Justin White going to be lining up here at P10. And Casey Barlow in that 11th position. Looks like we are rolling here with our trucks, and I'm getting no sound. I know why I'm not getting sound. Because I'm a goober and I have it muted in the volume mixer. But it looks like the pace lights will be off. Quick pace laps here. It will be only a 10-lap shootout here, so this is going to be quick.
One thing to watch out for in these heat races are going to be how these drivers handle these trucks on this track. I don't know if any of these drivers have actually driven on this track in the trucks in a big pack. I was watching a lot of the practice. They were doing really good around each other. So this is going to be, it's a quarter-mile track, so it's one of those things where you got to be on the brakes really early into the corners, and that's going to be the Achilles heel of all these drivers. Is going to have to be, really, knowing when to time the brakes.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing that front right locking up a lot when they're trying to turn it in and break it here. But trail braking is your best friend. And a green flag's out. Looks like we are rolling here. That number 4 of Alan Duranco going to fire off in that second position. That inside lane, that 11 of Cody Farrell, he's going to roll his way to the lead. We've already got some contact back here between the 55 of Anthony Stevens. And I want to say that could have been the 19 of Blanchard. Looks like caution's already out. We've got a car around here in 3. And it looks like Gazorski's going to actually get around. Where was that caution actually coming out from? Was it the 2 right there? Of Justin White? Maybe we saw him out of frame. Oh, right into turn 1. Okay, I see. That stinks. We didn't even get to see that.
Looks like Casey Barlow, Jason Bridges caught up in a little bit of early mishap there. You see a big step on the brakes for the 34. The 13 just was not anticipating it. You see Casey Barlow just getting into the back end of that high side hustler's number 34. So we're gonna have to see if he can get some better workout here, in the regular race. The heat races don't really matter. This is where they get to really practice around each other before that 150 lap main.
The heat races definitely do matter. It gets you set up for the main.
You're right.
You want to try to get up as far as you can in this group, man. You don't really want to work through these cars, but it looks like everybody is going to pretty much make it through and not have to worry about any of those towed trucks. Speaking of those towed trucks, the yellow flag brought to you by Blanchard's Towing, as we will have those Blanchard's Towing tow trucks out on the track. Hopefully not too much this season, but we know it was going to happen. We are racing here. Yeah, big shout out to Christopher Blanchard, not only coming back as a driver, but Blanchard's Towing also coming back as a sponsor. We're proud to say that they are now our yellow flag sponsor, as you see right there, that number 19 of Blanchard. That AAA number 19.
Looks like the caution lights are still on. I don't think caution laps count. So we'll have to see whenever they get going back green.
Oh, we're definitely on lap 5.
Yeah, the laps go by really quick here at a track like this, though. Like I said, only a quarter of a mile long, so it's really easy to get messed up there, as you saw Jason Bridges and that 13 of Casey Barlow really getting a little mixed up there. Into that corner, so gonna have to see if that 34 and that 13 can get it settled back in. We know Jason Bridges, one of those drivers that, man, all season last season was just, he would come out of the middle of nowhere, and then you'd be like, man, where did Jason Bridges come from? It's just like he strapped a bunch of rockets to the back of his truck and his car and just took off. It's crazy how fast Jason Bridges is.
Great 1.5-mile driver and a very great road course racer, Jason Bridges. Like I said, excited to see how great he's progressed over the offseason, but it looks like we are going to fire back off from the green flag. Cody Farrell going to get out to a good start, but it looks like he loosened up. Alan Duranco actually going to get around here. Cody Farrell's going to have to surrender the lead. Oh, we got a big drive in there. The 55 of Anthony Stevens, that is the 88 of Wes Wiggin, making some big contact off the corners. You see the 19 of Christopher Blanchard. He's going to roll it into the corner. Some big checkups here in these trucks. These guys definitely going to have to get used to this braking zone throughout the night.
Whoa,
we've had a wreck again. Oh, truck on its lid. Big wreck here at lap number 8. That should be your race, unless we will actually go to a green-white checkered. I forget. This is an old-school NASCAR, Josh. As it looks like the field going to get checked up, and man, the 34 Jason Bridges caught up in it again. We just saw the 13 of Casey Barlow, first truck of the season to go on its lid.
As you can see back there, the 18 really fighting with him. Gary Jaworski trying to get around, but it looks like maybe the 33 the 55.
Justin White took a big
shot.
No, he took a big old gamble on that braking, and he knocked the snot out of the 55. The 55 knocked the snot out of them. So I think that was a chain reaction from the 2 just getting in too deep. If you see, the 55 gets in fine. I say gets in fine. He was sliding anyways. The 2 just helped the wreck, get all out of sorts as well. So big wreck there. We'll see a green-white checkered here, and man, unfortunate for Casey Barlow. I think his heat might be over. He will get a truck for the rest of the race, but it looks like that thing is smoking. So yeah, he will be back in the main, but he's going to have to start from the back, it looks like.
Yeah, because these main races are really just set up for your track position in the real race. So the caution lights are out. Pace car's off. Green flag back out for Alan Duranco getting off to a really good jump. You see back there behind him, it looks like the 88 of Wes Wiggin. having to really ride behind that 6. Whoa, the 19 of Christopher Blanchard getting a little loose. Big block up there. Excuse me, big braking zone there for that 19.
And there goes the 19 of Christopher Blanchard.
19 going
We
around.
might get it back around. They're going to get it back around. It's going to stay green here.
It's going to stay green. Yeah, Alan Durango.
Whoa, we got another wreck back there. It was the 11 of Cody Verrill. Now the 6. What is going on right now? Do they go out there with a hose pipe on this track or something? Justin White's racing blown up.
You see the 19 of Christopher Blanchard get loose. You see the 88 of Wiggin get a little loose. Whoa. There you saw it. The 11 getting around. The 6 just trying to dodge it. Everybody was just trying to dodge everything at that point.
All those wreckings. I forgot the race was even about to end. It looks like Alan Durango did wrap up that win there on the heat. Do apologize about that, man. That was just that was a bunch of craziness right there. Me and Chris having to knock the cobwebs off here. Forget these heat races are short, man. And I got sidetracked and watching everybody go out there slipping and sliding. That was a crazy little ending right there. As it looks like we'll get to heat number 2. Ron Morris Jr. Good to see the 76 back. One of those new names, Kyle Harbin. In that number 34. He is going to line up P2 here tonight. As we see Akamai Proctor, that looks like Josh Clemens and Akamai Proctor on road 2. And then we'll see CJ Mason. Good to see that number 21 machine back. He's going to be riding in that number 21 this season, but good to see CJ Mason back. Then you're going to see Brian Terry in that 31 machine lining up 6. Ed Osborne 7th. Robert Richards 8th. With Daniel Worthington 9th. Alex Healy 10th. And another new name out here, Michael McCauley in that 11th position. But man, I'm excited to see that 97 of Alex Healy Chick-fil-A truck, man. Oh, thank goodness it's 9:20 and I ain't going to be done calling these races until after, because if we were calling these a little bit earlier, if it was done, I might go to Chick-fil-A after this, because now I am craving chicken sandwich.
Josh, want to point out something though. Look at the back of that 34 at 23 on track, but that 34 Kyle Harbin, he's got a Auburn sticker on the back of it. So we've got an Alabama truck and an Auburn truck on the track tonight.
I think we might have some beef out there between those two guys. It's going to be some football rivalry. Oh, 34 loose off the start. Has a good drive into turn 1 from Kyle, but it looks like he might wash out a little bit. That's going to allow the 76 of Ron Morris Jr. back around. Here comes the 7. Whoa, the 7 just took a shot. He's going to get into the 9. And yeah, around goes Akamai. Unfortunate for Akamai. That was nothing he could do.
Yeah, Ed Osborne tagging him there on that front right quarter panel.
We still green, right? I don't have my flags pulled up.
The caution is out.
Caution did come out.
So we'll go back and watch that, see what happened there with Akamai Proctor. It's like getting into the corner. Oh,
so if you watch, the 7, I think, took a shot from somebody, or he just got in too hard. Yeah, he took a shot from CJ Mason, and it tightened him up. So unfortunate, but looks like he is going to be able to keep it rolling here. As long as he doesn't got, any RPM damage or overheating, the 9 should be fine here. You hate it for the Mobetta Motorsports. High Side Hustlers number 9.
Yeah, good driving there from that 9, but as you saw, like you said, Josh, it just looks like the 21 there of CJ Mason just got in a little hotter than he was anticipating, got into the back of a couple of drivers and sent them around. All right, having a little bit of technical difficulties here. My SDK is not letting me go live again, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reset it and see if we can get it working again.
It looks like, I think the caution's still out. I don't know if we're stuck in replay mode still or not. Because it's not letting me fast forward actually now, because I think I'm stuck in the SDK mode with you. Oh, says we're live now. There we go. We're back. Sorry, apologize about that.
Yes, we are back. Just having a little bit of SDK issues there, but we've got it situated. Green flag back out. Whoa, Ron Morris Jr. getting a little loose up there. This is going to get everybody
34 has got a great drive in, but man, He did not get the exit he wanted. The 76 just opened the elbows up a little bit as you see him getting wide on exit. Here comes the 21 to CJ Mason.
Yeah, CJ Mason working that inside lane. That 34 riding a little bit on the outside, not able to get into his comfort zone. Oh, you see a big check up there.
Wide, 3
34 wide.
They're going to make contact. They're still going. CJ Mason to second place as he's going to get all the way down there on the rumble strips. CJ Mason making up position. Lap 9 here. We're coming to the white flag. Ron Morris Jr. looking to pick up the heat number 2 win. And he's around. No! To the white flag, CJ Mason.
3 wide.
3 wide. He's around. Here comes the 97. Now it's Alex Healy. Will he go around? Checkered flag, Alex Healy.
Man, we saw a bunch of spinning going on back there. It looks like maybe the 48 tried to get in there just a little hot. You saw him send the 21 with CJ Mason around.
76 got around, 48 got around. I mean, everybody was going around. Or 21, excuse me. Wait, it's saying Akamai's on pole.
It's saying race consultation, and it's a 30-lap race, not really...
Oh, yeah, we're doing a 30 race. Oh, okay, I see it. It's a consolation race. Yeah. Let's see what it... Should be like a race to knock people out, right? Yeah, this is a elimination race consolation, as Akamai Proctor going to be starting first here tonight in this 30-lap feature. Akamai Proctor second, or excuse me, Casey Barlow second, CJ Mason third, Gary Jaworski fourth, with Jason Bridges and Brian Terry in that fifth and sixth spot. Ron Morris Jr. seventh, with Josh Lockwood in eighth. And then we're going to see Josh Clemens ninth, Cody Farrell 10th, with Michael McCauley in that 11th spot. Doesn't look like Christopher Blanchard taking to the grid here, so it will be Justin White in 12th, and then I want to say Ed Osborne in 13th. But Justin White doesn't have a car in front of him, so he's able to pull up a little bit more, so it's going to say he's higher position than he really is. But technically, it's supposed to be gridded up 10th, showing 11th. Or 12th, showing 11th.
Yeah, so we want to welcome everybody back to the Bluegrass Racing. Just an exhibition race tonight, so this is not a points race. This is just for fun. We're just here to get everybody kind of on that same page. Green flag's out. We see that 9. That Mobetta Motorsports getting off to a good jump. This is where he wants to be. We saw him have a good bit of speed. But look at that. The 13 of Casey Barlow all over that back bumper. The 18 of Gary Jaworski.
Oh, he big lock up.
Whoa! CJ Mason almost getting around. Everybody almost getting around, but we're going to keep it straight. Whoa, 31.
Whoa, and there goes Gary. No. Caution should pop at that one. Yep, and it does.
And we saw Brian Terry get into the back of that 9, Akamai Proctor. So that's something that we were saying you got to watch out for here tonight. A lot of these drivers just having different braking zones. We see a lot of just getting loose all over the place. Looks like that 31 just getting into the back. You see the 34 also just bumping him there a little bit. Doesn't look like everybody was able to get around there cleanly afterwards. See the 9 of Akamai Proctor getting himself fixated here. But we're under that first caution flag of the night. Gonna see how long it takes for these boys to get everything situated. just want to give a big shout out, though, to everybody that has tuned in here tonight. I saw Jason mention in the Facebook comments, we are still recruiting for the Xfinity and the Truck Series. So if you are a driver, if you want to get out here and with these Bluegrass boys, make sure to hit up Jason so that way he can get you set up. Also see Bobby Hall Jr. saying, what's up, go flex, saying John Bradley Pill saying, so glad we're back. Yes, sir, we are glad we're back. And Nate Maurer saying, Justin White, let's go, Simbox, new truck driver. Casey Barlow, though, getting off to a good jump. Seeing everybody else behind him getting off to a decent jump as well. But, man, everybody right now just kind of getting a little wishy-washy, trying to figure out where they're going, where they need to be. See right there, something that the 6 just did, that big cut down to the bottom of the track. That's something to watch out for at a track like this, especially with Brian Terry around.
If everybody gets around in Brian Terry, no, I was going to say, they might keep it green, but looks like it's going to go back to caution. Man, Brian Terry, they're wrecking again, it sounds like.
As it looks like the 6 was around. Everybody coming to a stop here, letting everybody get situated, get caught back up. We're going to go back and see if we can see what happened there with Brian Terry. Maybe just got on the brakes a little harder than he was anticipating into the corner.
I think that's exactly what happened. Turning in, getting on the brakes, you know how it is.
Yeah, just big lock up there.
Especially on iRacing, man, those brakes can get you. And then it looked like the 6 of Josh Lockwood had trouble right as the caution popped. That Doom Machine's just probably thinking, man, I want to not get hit right now.
Yeah, let's see what happened here with Josh Lockwood.
Looks like just maybe coming off the corner loose right there. Yeah, he's sliding. A faint slide, and then it just turns into a big slide. You know how it is. You get those rear tires spinning, and they're spinning a little bit. They're spinning a little bit. You're controlling it. Next thing you know, you overheat them. They get too hot. Something happens. You lose grip. You go flying wherever that gas pedal's taking you and wherever that steering wheel's going, and that's usually right when you're coming off these left-handers at oval, so you'll see them grip up like that and take off to the right from that counter steer. It's insane.
Also, to correct myself, Jason did correct me. It was the Cup and Xfinity League that they are still recruiting for. So, if you are looking for, to drive a Xfinity car or a Cup car, and you've got the right iRacing, I will get the. I'm pretty sure Jason will get with me here after this. We've been extremely busy these last few weeks, but we're getting everything settled in now. We're ready for this Bluegrass racing to come back. It's going to be a lot of fun. As you see the pace lights now turning off, Blanchard's towing trucks. He's got everything situated. Everybody going good now. Big shout out to all of our sponsors as well. Butt Kicker has came back for another season this year. KPG also big shout out to them coming on. Huffman's Design, Blanchard's Towing coming back this season, and Roasted Gym Coffee also going to have all the sponsors and everything up. Just was not able to get everything loaded in and getting it up and get it going. But, hey, we're still able to race, though. Whoa, the 13 there. Casey Barlow getting off to a good jump. You saw Gary Jazorski riding that lane, trying to get up there into it. But, man, look at this back here. We got a big battle going on. That 11 of Cody Barrow getting a little mixed up. You see the 34 Jason Bridges having to get out of the gas.
Jason.
Woo, the 2.
No! I got to stop talking about people. That's a stack up. That is a stack up. Pace car says, let me through.
See Jason Bridges just going to go ahead, take it to the pits there. Unfortunate for that 34. Just looks like had maybe got up in there just a little faster than he wanted to. That I want to say that was the 2 there of Justin White. Oh, this is the wrong replay. Do apologize.
Brian Terry singing, man, you got to put me on the spot like that again. In slow motion.
And we see the 2 here dive down inside the 34.
34.
Like I was saying, that cutting down into the corner like these drivers were doing, that was really going to be what was going to be, the Achilles heel of this corner tonight. And then you just see that big stack up there.
Yeah, exactly. And, man, Ed Osborne, he didn't want to be a part of that. He got a big old shot. Good to see Ed back, man. He's another driver, I think, this season that's going to be a threat on the 1.5 miles, you know, like Dover, tracks like that, man. Ed is absolutely an insane driver. He sneaks up out of nowhere. You're just sitting there talking about, you know, this driver or that driver, and then here comes that 42 VFP machine out of nowhere. Ed is a silent killer, man. I want to say the highest he's finished is second or third. I want to say, I remember when we got him his first podium interview, and ever since then, man, Ed's been on fire. Gary, big wiggle there.
Yeah, we saw Gary Jaworski get into the corner just a little hotter than he wanted to. He's going to get into the corner.
Use that wall, baby. Use that wall. We got to get Alabama truck into this race. I mean, Chick-fil-A truck is just as good, too, I think.
Whoa,
Lord's Chicken versus Alabama. Here we go.
Oh, we see a big battle here from that 19 of Christopher Blanchard and 11 of Cody Farrell right now, door-to-door battling.
Yeah, everybody's got a nice battle. Gary is putting it to that 15 right there.
Whoa.
Michael McCauley. Whoa, and then there's the 19 of Blanchard around again in the same spot.
Looks like we're going to keep it green, though.
We will keep it green. He should be able to get around. Unless he's just parked on the backstretch right now, but he is recovered and going. Whoa! 13 got loose and like the 27 got loose. Big loose, yeah.
21.
He snapped and grabbed it.
Whoa, the 18 around.
18 around! We'll stay green. We're going to stay green. Caution out.
Yeah, we saw it. Looks like Gary Jaworski just got into the corner just a little too hotter than he wanted to. Just sent himself around. We'll go back and see if we can see what happened there with that Gary Jaworski machine. Yeah, just got into the corner a little hot, locked the, just basically transferred all of that weight from the rear end to the front of the truck, lightened up that rear end. The rear tires wasn't able to keep the grip, and you see him go around.
You know, Chris, another driver I think is going to be a threat this season. Casey Barlow, man. He's in the consolidation race right now, but don't let that fool you. That 13, man, has experience in the Cup Series for a good while. We saw him race in Xfinities. We've seen him race in the trucks before, and I think Casey is one of those drivers that this season is going to be a threat. And like we said, Chris, we've got our drivers like Doug Nill. You know, we've got our Doug Nills not in the in the trucks anymore. We got our Joey Doucette's not in the trucks anymore. But we still got a lot of talented drivers that we're giving these guys a run for their money week in and week out. You know, I'm just very excited to see here as we get into the opening season, this exhibition race. Don't judge too much of these drivers' skill here tonight. This is just more or less just a exhibition race. These guys are going out here to have a good time. You know, we're gonna see everybody try to race it here to the get into the race. It's 1 to green, but man, I know once we get into Daytona, once we get into the tracks, the shorter tracks, we get into the Bristols. You know, I say the Chicagolands, we don't run that anymore, but just tracks like that, those 1.5 miles, those 2 miles, those super speedways, short tracks. This is going to be an excellent season. Green flag is back out, and the Miller Genuine Draft 13 of Casey Barlow is going to fire off really good. But here comes that 15 machine of Michael McCauley. He's got a good little run here in that Chick-fil-A machine. He's going to take it to the inside of the 21 of CJ Mason. We have a truck around. The 11 of Cody Farrell got loose. It looks like everybody is going to get checked up. Whoa, big gaggle of race trucks there on the front straightaway. Jerry Azorsi trying to make his way back through. You see that 7 machine. Nice looking 7 machine. Oh, the 76. Whoa, we've got a big battle up here for the lead. Something just happened. Because here comes the 15 of Michael McCauley. This will be your white flag. Next flag ends it.
Let's see if that 15 can hold on to that lead. We see the 21 getting a little loose. Maybe the 15 getting a little loose. It's going to open up the door for Casey Barlow. Actually, I say that. Casey Barlow getting a back corner.
Good drop off from Casey. He's got the inside, but he's not going to make it. He's going to have to give him the bumper here off the corner. He's going to race him clean back. Will it be? It's the 15 of Michael McCauley.
Yeah, good show there from the 15. We'll see if we can go back and see what happened there at that little bit of a hiccup there.
Great little drive right there. Yeah. Sorry about that. These heat races change very quick. They in these formats. So
I see Alex Healy saying, good to hear the Kiwis on the broadcast. Been too long, guys. Man, it literally feels like it's been a year since we've called a race. I'm going to be honest with you.
I know, yeah.
It just feels like it's been forever. And it's only been a month.
Honestly, man, it really has. I got a new PC put together, reinstalling iRacing today, getting ready to call, was just sending goosebumps down my back, as I was getting ready to install all the live timing and stuff. But hey, enough of us, man. We're excited to have you guys back in our calling hands, I guess you could say. We're excited to be back with Bluegrass. But this whole feature, the whole grid is inverted again. So we are going to see drivers everywhere. But we are going to go ahead and get through your main feature here. This is what everybody came for. Look at the packed house here at the Coliseum. Bluegrass Racing is back here for the Coliseum exhibition. Ed Osborne will be on pole. Josh Lockwood, that number 6 machine, will start in P2. Justin White, P3. We'll see if one of these new drivers can grab the win here in this exhibition race. That would put a statement on the rookies. Josh Clemens going to pick up P4 here. Brian Terry going to start P5. Blanchard going to start in P6. Gary Jaworski, the Alabama truck, Roll Tide, going to start in P7. Cody Verrill going to be in that P8 position. Ron Morris Jr. in that P9 position with CJ Mason rolling off here tonight. P10. Casey Barlow, P11. Michael McCauley, P12. Kyle Harbin, P13. As we'll let the cameras get caught up here. Anthony Stephen, P14. Robert Richards showing P15 at the moment. Logan T. Smith, 16th. 17th, Wes Wiggin. 18th, Alex Healy. And 19th, Alan Duranco. And that is your grid here for tonight. So we'll get up here on your 2 cars. It looks like the pace lights are off. It'll be Ed Osborne and Josh Lockwood, 2 Bluegrass OGs, bringing us to the green.
Pace car is off.
When that green flag hits, you are able to go. And there goes the 42, firing off.
Let's see how long we can handle this green flag racing. Right now, we're going into turn 1. Looks like everybody getting in pretty clean. Normally, whenever the races come down to it, that's when everybody kind of gets into it. You know, like I said, these last couple of races were just a couple of practice races for these boys. Ed Osborne, though, sitting in a pretty lead right now. Whoa, looks like, oh, big wreck back here. Looks like the 76 Ron Morris Jr. around. Looks like it was just a single car spin, though. So the caution flag is going to come out here at lap 3.
Might have been. No. Never mind. That was 2 other drivers talking to each other right there. It's the 76 of Ron Morris Jr. right there.
Oh, see the 21, yeah, just getting on the gas just a little too early. Had to
Good save.
Yeah, good job getting truck up out of the field of play there. Was able to
Took
get
a little bit of rear
around.
quarter damage, but no, actually, it looks like he didn't take any damage on the platform. It looked like at first the way the lighting was hitting it, but
Like we said, all of our yellow flags this season being brought to you by that Blanchard's Towing Machine, the number 19. Christopher Blanchard did come back this season, brought that Blanchard's Towing sponsor back with him. So it's good to have that Blanchard's Towing Machine back here in the field of play, and also to have these to have these cautions sponsored by him. It's always awesome. He was the stage sponsor last season, but now he is the caution sponsor.
Got a big check up there in the back of the field. Looks like the pace car is off. Green flag's back out. Ed Osborne's refiring. Deja vu for the 42 as he's going to run it back down into 1 and 2. And he's going to roll back out cleanly in the lead. But we'll see if everybody gets out cleanly behind. Doesn't look like we got any names or numbers flying down. Oh, I say that as we've got a big check up here. And the caution is back out. Looks like Alan Duranco possibly. Ooh, and the 113 of Daniel Worthington. Another one of those drivers that's very... Oh!
Everybody having to get checked up here.
It's like bumper cars. It's your... It's like when everybody pulls in at the bumper car track, you know? They just start running into the back of you. Or go-kart track, I should say.
Yes, we'll see if we can go back and find out what happened with that 119 and that 4 machine. It's a big check up there into the corner. And then, yeah, oh... shot to the 48. Just saw like just a big chain reaction there. 48 of Robert Richards got a tap there from that 119, and then everybody just having to get checked up here. This is what we were talking about, that the big bumper check up there.
Dunk. Listen to the bumper sounds. Oh my goodness.
Everybody was able to get it checked up, though. You did see a couple of shots there from the drivers, but at a track like this, the all of your aerodynamics and everything really doesn't matter. as we will have our stage break at lap 30, and then our second stage will be at lap 65. That way we will be able to give these drivers just a few minutes to get their cool underneath them, and just get a little bit of a checkup. See, Josh Godwood saying the Joshua Tree, and then Tasty Gamer saying, Joe, good to have everybody over on that YouTube chat. Troy Kettler saying, what about Flex Racing Team? Good luck, guys. Good to have you, Troy Kettler, over on that Facebook.
Man, good to see you back, Troy. Remember seeing you all last season, man. Every race, he'd tight. Troy's here, man, and that's what we like to see. Good to see some of you fans returning. And like we were saying, those new fans, welcome aboard. If you're new, you got your driver out here in the field, hit that like button on that Facebook page. Share us out on the feed. Share us out in Messenger. Do whatever. Let your racing friends and fans know about the awesome racing we got going on here tonight and all season in Bluegrass. This is just one of many races this week here at the Coliseum. We got Xfinity tomorrow and Cup as well Wednesday. But hey, if you're on that YouTube, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Whoa, big drive in from CJ Mason. But CJ Mason, with the veteran experience, is going to be able to get around. Oh, 18 into the 6, Lockwood. Oh, the 31 of Brian Terry. They're still bumping. They're still banging. They're still racing. This is like your local night. Oh, my goodness. This is short track racing right here. Everybody is just knocking the snot out of everybody. 11 into 13. Around goes Terry. Big stack up out of 2.
Big wreck,
Three.
big wreck.
Oh, my good. There is an absolute parking lot in turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, sorry, the cameras were having a little bit of a headache there for a moment, so we'll see if we can go back and catch what happened with everybody.
That was like an episode of WWE SmackDown when the whole locker room runs out onto the the ring, and they all just start fighting. That's what it was like. Everybody was just piling in. Hey, I get a shot, you get a shot. 3 wide, 4 wide. I mean, they didn't mind. They were just out there racing, and boom. Watch all this mayhem go on out of 3. 31 around, 11 around, 88 into him. Look at Alex Healy somehow squeezing through. Everybody just getting a shot out there, man. That was an absolute chaos right there coming out of turn 3 and 4.
You could basically say that was the Oprah Winfrey of wrecks. You get a wreck, you get a wreck, everybody gets a wreck.
Everybody gets a wreck, man. They aren't playing tonight here. This is fun.
Yeah, like I said, just
like Kyle Harbin was given the EOL.
Gonna see, just like I said, this isn't really a, don't look at the race and go, oh man, they're wrecking and all kinds of. This is just a, an exhibition race. This is purely just for fun. We're out here just testing all these cars, just testing out everybody's, basically ability around each other. And, you don't really understand it, but racing at a track like this, it really helps you, get used to racing around a lot of cars. You might see a lot of chaos going on, but that's just the fun of this track, honestly.
Yeah, they're just shaking the cobwebs off. Oh, goodness.
Because next week we will be at Talladega. That's going to be a very, very, very fun race, Josh. I am definitely waiting for Talladega to be able, to see these drivers really open up and really, show what they're doing, or be able to show their ability.
I'm excited, man. I'm very excited for Talladega. That's going to be an awesome race. We know how these boys at the Super Speedways race here in Bluegrass, and it's always a fantastic time. Green flag is out. We are back to racing.
It seems like everybody getting off to a good jump right now. Not gonna hold our breath here too soon, but it looks like everybody's starting to get those cobwebs just a little shaken off. Like we said, it's just something to watch for. These drivers are trying to get used to being around each other, especially, you got to remember, everybody drives differently. Nobody really drives the same.
Everybody's on different setups. You got some guys who are honestly mounted up to a desk with their G920 sitting in a computer chair. You got some guys that are sitting in a $1,500 rig and just the rig alone. So, I mean, it's a different ball field here in these league races. You got some guys on triple monitors, some guys on VR, some guys like me playing on a 24-inch single monitor pulled all the way to the end of your desk so you can get it as close as you can to your rig. And it's hard, especially on these short tracks sometimes with vision. especially in a sim, not seeing what you see in real life and the accessibility of just looking up in your mirrors and looking around constantly. It's a little bit harder here in the sim, so just got to get used to it. But like Chris said, it looks like right now we've got a good little rhythm going between all of our drivers, and they're starting to settle it out. Looks like we might have some contact, though. But Ed Osborne, man, rolling a 2-second lead right now. That 42, he's showing his pace here tonight.
Yeah, we were talking, like Josh said, watch out for that 42 at Ed Osborne. One of those drivers that really has shown a lot of speed, a lot of pace last season. Started getting up there, into the top fives, and we were like, man, and, he kept saying, I just want to get a win. It looks like maybe somebody going around there on a spin. Well, it looks like Anthony Stevens. See if we can go back.
Stevens, yeah.
See if we can go back and see what happened with that 55. Normally that 55 run by CJ Mason.
Yeah, it's going to be a single car spin here.
Oh, just got into the corner a little hot. Looks like everybody was able to get around him. Is that something, that's something terrible at a track like this. You really, you get stuck up into that, that top corner. These tracks are so small that, it really hurts you, whenever you wreck like that, you spin, you can't get around, you can't get started back up. Really, you really lose a lot of position.
There goes the lucky dog. To say it is the 113 of Daniel Worthington, and indeed it is. Back on the lead lap is that 113 machine is Ed Osborne, man. Doing an excellent job.
I wonder if this is going to be the stage break, because the stage break is at lap 30. We're at lap 29 right now. Wonder if we're just going to go ahead and use this as that stage break. See if I can get some word from Jason about that. See Tony Iverson Jr. saying, good luck, guys. Good to see some racing. Good to have you on the Facebook page, Tony. It looks like the caution lights are out, though. That 42 at Ed Osborne going to be on that outside. Christopher Blanchard working his way back up into that second position. We saw him fall back a lot there. But Josh Lockwood in that 95 has moved himself back up into that third position. So we're going to see if Josh Lockwood has anything to say here. Looks like everybody just getting a little stacked up here. Green flag is out. We'll see Ed Osborne getting out to a really good jump there. Let's see if these boys can keep it clean here.
How are they going to even do stages here? Because it's hard to even pit here, isn't it?
Looks like we do have somebody around, though. 31.
Another one of Brian Terry. He's going to fire it back up.
Caution's back out. Yeah, I'm not really sure how the caution brakes are going to work. Trying to get word on that. But, excuse me, the stage brakes. I said cautions. The stage brakes. Not sure how they work. But it looks like the 42 at Ed Osborne, though, still out in the lead. He had a good jump over Christopher Blanchard. We're going to go back in and see what happened with that 31 of Brian Terry. It looks like he might have had a little bit of help there, but we'll see. Nope, just a self-spin there. It looks like he might have just had what happened earlier, just got on the brakes a little too hard. Yeah, got on the brakes there hard, shifted that weight. Oh, looks like the 113 of Daniel Worthington was able to miss him. The caution flag going to be back out here at lap 33. I see Stacy Johnson over in the YouTube chat. Good to have you, Stacy. Good to see you back here this season. As right now, like we said, nobody look at this race as a, an actual race. This is merely just a practice race, a fun exhibition race. Like basically turning on your, your PlayStation and going and playing a single player race on a NASCAR
all the way
game.
like that. We're still giving out penalties, and stuff for it. But they're having fun. It's still an exhibition, but they still want them to race serious. This is a race to get those cobwebs off and keep progressing. Nobody's getting in trouble here tonight. But, if anything was to get too malicious, I'm sure some warnings or something, but...
Yeah, all of the radio communications and stuff like that, all of that stuff still matters. But like I said, I'm not really sure they're going to be aiming for, like penalty points. It's just more of like, stuff on the radio and stuff like that. That's where I would see, the penalties
Either way,
coming in. But
getting ready to race again either way. Green flag is out. And the 42 firing off.
oh, the 18 getting a little hot up in there. See him still all over the back bumper, that 19. Big drive in there. You saw a little bit of a lockup there from Blanchard.
See, Jason just warned them, guys, quit playing games on the restart. So they're still racing serious out here, man. It ain't no joke. But at the same time,
Ooh.
we're having fun.
Saw that 4 getting a little loose. Alan Duranco getting up in there. But right now, Ed Osborne's still out to a lead. He's got a little bit of a lead over Blanchard, but Blanchard is not giving up any of that track position. We see 18 of Gary Jazorski also working that lane really well. He is keeping up on that 19's back bumper. We also see the newcomer, Justin White, that number 2 machine, doing a really good job up here in 4th spot. He has been on a really good tear here tonight. You see that 76 Ron Morris Jr. had a couple of self-spins here tonight. He's moving his way back up through the field, up 4 positions from his start spot, but he sends around that 2. The 76 and the 2 getting a little bit hot into that corner. See if we can go back and see what happened, but hopefully everybody's able to get the car back around and nobody able to take too much damage. We see the 2 kind of beating into the wall there. Go back here and watch, see what happened here between that 76 of Ron Morris Jr. and that 2 with Justin White. It looks like the 76 just went down in the corner a little bit. Maybe
Gave him a nudge. He helped him.
yeah, maybe Justin White cutting that nose off just a little bit. We'll see if we can see it from a better point of view.
That was Justin's corner. The 76 just went all the way down to the apron and drove it under him and bumped him.
It looks like everybody was able to keep it clean, though. Looks like everybody was around. You see that 76, he will be getting an EOL, so he will go to the back of the line for causing that caution. But we're good to see everybody here on the track. I see Tony Iverson Jr. saying, I will be in the Xfinity tomorrow. Can't wait, man. We can't wait to watch the Xfinity. Like I said last season, the Xfinity series is actually one of my most fun series. I love driving them and I love watching them.
But yeah, they got great racing too, especially here in the Bluegrass series, man. I'm excited to see all the names tomorrow, see who we got new, the returners. I'm excited. Very excited for the Xfinity series. That was one series last year that we were excited when it came into creation, and man, we were looking forward to season 2, right at the end of season 1, and we're glad it's already back. We can't wait to see you guys race with Xfinity cars tomorrow, man. So good luck. That's all I got to say. Good luck.
Yeah, that's something that I always say to everybody in the Xfinity cars. That low downforce, high horsepower, it can really tear you apart. And it's very, especially at a track like this, that's going to be something to watch. It looks like maybe that 15 having a little bit of trouble there. It looks like maybe he's falling back to the back. But the caution lights are still on here at lap 45 of 120. We have definitely missed calling these races. Something that I was telling Josh at the, whenever the season ended, we were sitting out on the back porch and I was talking to him and I was like, man, what do I do now? Like, what do we do with our Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays? Like, we didn't really have anything to do, but, hey, we're now back in it. We're here. And, like we were saying, this is definitely a fun race here tonight, but I cannot wait for next week once we get into the, the regular season. We see all these boys at Talladega, especially those Xfinity cars and the new next-gen cars. That's going to be awesome to see.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, it is. It's going to be absolutely awesome.
Green flag is back out. 42 Ed Osborne getting off to a good jump. You see the 19 riding that outside lane, not in his preferred lane, but he's going to have to try to do what he can. See the 18. Well, it looks like we got another caution back out.
Oh, no. CJ Mason is beached.
Yeah, CJ Mason is up on the wall. He cannot get off.
He up and asked for a bump. Somebody give him a bump.
See if we can go back and see what happened.
Well, it looks like the Blanchard's towing it. Safety truck is going to have to come out there and pick him up. Oh, no. Dude, I've never seen a truck get beached like that on the wall.
Yeah, it looks like the 21 of CJ Mason just got into the corner a little hot. Got into the back bumper of the 15 there. You see the 15 just getting loose. Sends the 31 up into him. And then the 7 got lucky. He was able to stop just in time before he went up under that 21. But CJ Mason looks like he is stuck on that wall. Looks like he went ahead, pulled it back to the pits. I see Marty's Twitty with all the eyes in the chat. What you looking at, Twitty? Now we have.
What's up, Twitty? So I heard him in the drivers' meeting saying he wasn't home from work. He wasn't gonna be able to make the race, but I heard him screaming, "Go high side hustlers!"
Maybe that's what he's watching. Maybe he's just saying he's watching. And if that's what you're saying, then good to have you, Twitty. It's sad not to have you in here, man. You know, like we were saying, those high side hustlers, they are definitely a force to be reckoned with, especially with that Jason Bridges machine. He's not in the race here tonight, but like I said, anybody, mark my words, Jason Bridges is going to probably get 3 wins this season.
Probably 3. Was thinking probably. I'm just kidding. I was gonna say 10, but then he's gonna come back to me at the end of the season and slap me for saying that.
Twitty says he's watching this excitement. And that's exactly what it is, man. It's a bunch of excitement. So we're almost halfway done with this race, lap 52 of 120. You see the pace lights are out. We're going to be going green here this next time by. We'll see if these boys can hold it together, but we're going to see if we can go to a Bluegrass loud pedal. So get those full screens turned on, get those sound systems turned up if you got them, and we're going to go to a Bluegrass loud pedal. Looks like we are back under caution again at lap 59. I want to say that I commentator cursed the hell out of that. As me and Josh were sitting there talking in the background, I was telling him, man, we're actually keeping it clean right now. And as soon as I said that, you saw that 88 of West Wiggin going around. See if we can go back and see what happened with that 88 machine. Riding on board with him right now. Big shot there from that 85 of Logan T. Smith. The 55 getting a little into him there. It looks like everybody was able to cleanly get around him, though. So you should see that 85 getting the EOL. Looks like the 88 going to go ahead and pull it down pit lane. But Ed Osborne, we were watching under that loud pedal. He was definitely holding the pace from Blanchard. But Blanchard, Josh, let's talk about Blanchard. Christopher Blanchard, you know, he definitely had to bring those tow trucks out and get that 55 of CJ, excuse me, that 21 of CJ Mason off the wall. So the Blanchard's towing trucks are getting their work in here tonight. But let's talk about that 19. He is looking really good out here.
He has. Wasn't looking so hot in his heat races, but he's gathered it back up here in the feature. Right now here at lap 62, he's been sitting in a comfortable second place, man. Casey Barlow is having to fight his way back through as he sat on the pole for this race and is kind of falling back for the first couple laps. He was running pretty good, but so far since then has not been doing good. But in front of him, Alex Healy, that number 97 machine, is up 15 positions in that 4th spot. One of those drivers I said to pay attention to. He was a champion finalist last year. Alex Healy, man, that Holly EFI number 97 Chevy Silverado is a usually bad fast man, and he is a great driver. Excited to see what that 97's got in store for us this season. Already up 15 spots here.
Yeah, Alex Healy, one of those drivers that, like you said, Josh, last season we were watching and, really started showing a lot of speed there at the end of the season. I want to say he did win a race early on in the season, but then kind of fell off towards the middle. But then there at the end, like towards the end of it, man, he was just on fire. That 97 machine definitely got a lot of talent underneath him. As I see Akamai Proctor in the YouTube chat saying, let's go high side. Christopher Blanchard and that 42 Ed Osborne about to fire off. Green flag is back out. The 19 getting off to a little bit of a better jump than that 42. Let's see if that 19 is going to be able to keep it underneath him, or if that 42 is going to be able to get up underneath him as well and get past him, because that 19 is not in the spot that he wants to be in right now.
Yeah, great race there from the front two guys. Oh, here comes Gary Jaworski. Oh, my goodness. Alex Healy going to try to get around on the outside there. Oh, my goodness. The 19 having to lock it up. Ed Osborne cutting that racetrack a little bit shorter. He's going to make that car as wide as he can.
Looks like we had a spin.
15's coming out the road.
Okay. As I saw him, it said that he had crashed, so just checking and making sure. But Ed Osborne now out into the lead. We see that 18 of Gary Jaworski getting a little bit of a bump from that 97. See if he can keep it straight. Looks like he will. That 97 going to have to back off a little bit, trying to force it up in there just a little too much. Maybe he's not an Alabama fan. We don't know. But right now, man, Alex Healy trying to get around that 18. But look at this, Josh Blanchard on the inside of the 42.
He's going to the lead. New leader here at lap number 69, Christopher Blanchard. He's going to put his way to the lead, and he's going to solidify it. Leader of lap number 69, Christopher Blanchard. As it looks like Ed Osborne's under a little bit of pressure from the 18 of Gary Jaworski, as he's starting to find some pace here, Chris. But he's very, very, very hard on that brake pedal. He is very late braking right now.
Yeah, you see that 42.
And there it is.
There it is. That's what we were talking about. That late braking just really come in to pay it off. Big stack up here on this inside. Everybody should be able to just get slowed down. But we'll see if we can go back and see. Like we were saying, that late braking zone there. Gary Jaworski sent around that 42. But like I was saying, just watch. You'll see he gets on the brakes we'll see if we can rewind it just a little bit. You can see that 42. When he gets on the brake, you see the front end of the truck shift. He does it now, and then watch. The 18 does it just a little bit later than that 42. And that's what sent him in. You see the 42 trying to run his line, trying to diamond that corner, and then the 18 just getting into him.
Ed Osborne's still going to be sitting at 6th, though, so his race is not completely over. Everybody getting backed up behind him kind of helped him.
Yeah, we only have 11 cars on the lead lap, so if you get an EOL, you don't go that far back. So that Gary Jaworski machine's still in it. We see the 42 of Ed Osborne. He was able to get it straightened back out. He has fallen back a couple of positions, but with all that speed that 42 has, I could see him making up this track position if he can just get some clean track in front of him. But speaking of getting up through the track, Christopher Blanchard moved his way up into that first position. Now he's got that 97 of Alex Healy on that back bumper. So we'll see if Blanchard now, he's giving his tow truck drivers a good pay here tonight. But, man, gonna have to see if he can hold on to that front position.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting, man. He's now got Alex Healy behind him as Gary took that EOL. So Alex is now going to be trying to get that lead. Kyle Harbin, man, that 23 machine, one of the new guys, he's up 10 spots behind Healy. That 34 machine did take an EOL earlier, but he's worked his way back through the field. And he's got a relatively clean race truck. As you see the two of Justin White, another one of those new drivers sitting in 4th currently. Alan Duranco sitting in 5th, up 15 spots. As 42 of Ed Osborne, he was your guy that was just battling for the lead there. Leader for the most of the race.
As we see the 95 of Josh Lockwood now pulling his way out of pit lane. He is the 6 on track, but the 95 is technically his number in the series, so just a wrong paint number there. That is okay. But the green flag is back out. We'll see if that 97 of Alex Healy can get off to a good jump. Doesn't look like Alex Healy going to get off to a good jump on that inside lane, or excuse me, that outside lane. But now he's all over the back bumper of that 19. See if Christopher Blanchard can hold him off. We've seen that 97 moving his way up through the field here. Really good this week. 76 of Ron Morris Jr. pulling his way out of pit lane right now. Seeing a lot of drivers, though, trying to hang on to this front position. That 34, Kyle
Good race
Harvin.
here for first.
Yeah, good race here for first.
As it looks like here at lap number 79, coming to lap 80, it still will be Christopher Blanchard, man, Alex Healy, and that Auburn Tiger truck, that 23 of Kyle Harbin, 34, excuse me, of Kyle Harbin.
Whoa, bump there from the
Great
97.
job, whoa, big jump from the 97.
Looks like they're going to get it, keep it straight, though. Not going to lose any position. Everybody just slowed up, let everybody get going. But that's going to mess up the 97's rhythm. We're going to see if he can. Whoa, big drive in there from Alex Healy.
I wonder if Kyle Harbin's the number 34 for Bo Jackson, because he just ran through the 19 as he got sideways like Bo. Because Bo knows, man, the 34 right there, he just had to take a shot to the 19. He spun out in front of him. Wasn't like the 34 ran him over like Bo Jackson, but when he got around him, he definitely put the hit stick to him. He wasn't afraid to get through there. Oh, 97 got loose on the outside. You see the 34? Oh, it was one of those blind shots, man. He definitely didn't see that. And as he comes around, he just puts that front end of the 19. Can't really do much about that. That's one of those things. It's a blind corner right there.
Yeah, you coming around that corner, you really can't see anything that's going on.
Yeah, it was 19 self-spin. It's not like anybody got an into Christopher Blanchard, so all precious things must come to an end, and unfortunately for Christopher Blanchard, it's going to come to an end off its own demise. We got a bunch of cars about to come down pit lane. I've never seen cars pit here, so this is going to be weird. I mean, I've seen cars pit here, but you know what I mean? Like, multiple cars, but it doesn't look like anybody is.
No, it does not look like anybody going to be coming down pit lane. We only have 9 cars now on the lead lap. Casey Barlow, Ron Morris Jr., Michael McCauley, Josh Lockwood, Anthony Stevens, Joshua Clemens, Wes Wiggin, Daniel Worthington, CJ Mason, Robert Richards, and Cody Verrill all off of the lead lap. So we've only got 9 cars on the lead lap, but, you know, like we said, this is something that we were kind of expecting whenever we walked into this race. You know, this track is definitely, you know, not an easy track. You know, everybody that's sitting, you know, like I always say, the keyboard warriors and all that, you know, everybody can say, you know, oh, well, you know, you could have done that or you could have done this. But, you know, until you're in that rig and until you're in there driving it, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, everything's happening in a split second and you have a split second to react. And 90% of the time you always make the wrong move, especially in my, you know, in my experience.
And a lot of these guys in this truck series, this is a reason why they are in the truck series. For experience, man. That's what this is about, experience. Not everybody in here is professionals. We've got some guys with some higher I ratings than others, for sure. That's every league, but, you know, the guys in here that you'll see making mistakes, hey, mistakes happen for a reason. Everything happens like that. You learn from those mistakes. It depends on how the driver looks at those mistakes, if he wants to build off of them or not. Other than that, man, it's all human nature. Everybody's going to wreck. And if you want to hate them, well then, hey, come join them and beat them. If you don't think you're, if you think you're better than them, that's all I gotta say.
As the 42, Josh, looking at Osborne moving himself back up into that 4th spot, excuse me.
Alex Healy, good fire off from that 97. The Holly EFI going to roll out into the lead here at lap 87.
Oh, it looks like maybe something wrong with that 34. Yeah, Kyle Harbin.
He might have a pass through. He might have a pass through penalty. Yeah, he had a pass through penalty.
Oh, unfortunate there for that 23 of Kyle Harbin. He was doing such a good job in that machine, but having to pull himself back through the pits, that's unfortunate there for that 34. You see everybody coming around the turn now. You see him pulling himself out, but the 97 of Alex Healy getting out to a good lead here. But don't look behind him, Josh. Alan Duranco, Ed Osborne starting to close in that gap. Like we were saying, Justin White in that 2 machine moved himself up into that 4th position. So we've got a couple of new drivers up here really showing some talent.
We do indeed, man. Justin White looking very solid in that number 2 machine. As you see Ed Osborne now under attack from said. Oh, that's not the two machine. Excuse me. That's the 34 right there. That's Kyle Harbin, who came out of pit road a lap down. He is trying to battle his way back to the lead lap. If he was to get a caution, he will be the lucky dog.
Yeah, he will be. And you see right now, whoa, as you was talking about that, Josh, it looks like maybe we got somebody going around.
The 15 of Michael McCauley, right? Yep, and the 18 of Gary Jaworski.
Just a big drive in there. Maybe the 15 getting on the brakes a little harder than usual. The 18 looks like maybe he was rolling it through the corners a little bit, got into the back quarter panel of the 15, sent him around. But, you know, that's one of those things, that short track racing, you kind of play it by ear.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end of this thing, Chris. Only 120 laps in this feature, so we're at lap 93. These guys are starting to get ready to race towards the end right here. So you're going to see these runs set up. And Kyle Harbin back in the lead lap. That's scary for those boys up front because he's shown some very good speed here tonight.
Yeah,
I wonder
Josh,
if on I got to make a football joke being an Alabama fan. I wonder if he's repping the Auburn Tiger basketball team. They're the successful team right now. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be like that, buddy. We're both from Alabama. I think we're both from Alabama. At least we both go from teams from Alabama. Roll Tide, War Eagle, whatever you want to say it. You just heard me say it. Don't clip that and cut out the Roll Tide if you do. I'm going to have to get the FBI agent that's on my cell phone to come find you and delete the clip. So just the clip. He's not going to harm anybody. I might get him to take some of your snacks or something to bring back to me, but that's up to him if he decides to do that or not. But yes, I just got to say, man, big shout out to all of our new guys. Just got to give Kyle a little bit of a mess right there. You know, we all love our drivers here, especially our new ones, man. Good to see everybody come out here tonight. And if you're not aware, this is what, our third season with Bluegrass? Yeah, this is our third season, man. We've been here for a good little bit. It's glad to be here again. And man, just every time we see those new names at the beginning of the year, I say it. I think I said it last season. It just feels like that first day of school, meeting everybody. You know, you gotta find the new names, find what this person does compared to what this person likes or this doesn't like. So, hey, it's awesome, man. It's good to see all these new drivers out here, and hopefully we'll see those new drivers in the Xfinity cars pop out. We are still recruiting, so for Xfinity and Cup, hit up the Bluegrass Discord, man. What are you guys doing? It's worth it. Prize money, go-kart racing, freaking craziness.
as we get off to a good jump, well, the fit.
Oh, that might have been on Ed Osborne. I don't know. I have to see the replay of that. I caught the tail end of it. I was looking over at my live time and watching all the position changes in the back of the field, looked up and saw him getting spun around. It looked like he might have tried to drive up the track, but also did the 85 come down? I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Because the 85's giving him plenty of room on corner exit. I don't know, man. I just think that's 100% a racing incident. That's neither of them. Neither of them would be at fault, I don't think.
Yeah, I think what happened is maybe the 42 Ed Osborne might have just gotten a little loose coming out of the corner, and you saw him slide up into the 85 with Logan Smith. Is he right?
Yeah.
It just looks like he might have
I gotta
tightened
call
up.
that racing incident. 100% racing incident. Tightened up or not, man. I think they were going to make contact either way. The 42 would have had to just severely lift out of the gas, and he probably didn't expect Logan Smith to be right there on that quarter panel, door tight, as much room as he got through corner. You know, he might have thought, oh, he washed wide, so I'm going to get an easy slide job here. And as he's coming up to clear him, bam, there's the 85 with actually pretty good run on that wide run he had. So it was probably just thinking, it's probably just all the mental right there, thinking, okay, I'm good. Experience tells you you're clear. And then, yeah, next thing you know, you get that shut down real quick. Just a racing incident, I would say, in my book. I couldn't chalk it up to anything else but that.
Yeah, I see Tony Iverson saying in the Facebook chat, the cautions keep coming, man. That's something you expect in a track like this. It's just, we saw a lot of that's what we were talking about earlier, compared to the real life, in this, you got, when you're in the real life, you can see a lot more, you got a lot more, hands-on feeling. You can kind of feel what's going on. And when you're in these rigs and stuff, I and this just come from me, like, I know that it's really hard to get a beat under everything. But like as we say, the Bluegrass series definitely is one of the stronger series that we have had the opportunity of calling. And during the regular season, the cautions aren't really a thing for these boys. Like I said, the only reason you're seeing cautions here tonight is because of basically what the track is. It's honestly the track. These Bluegrass boys definitely have a lot of talent underneath them, and whenever we get out here on these regular season races, you'll see. You'll see. These Bluegrass boys definitely got a big shot. Whoa, big jump there from the 97. He does have race pace jump, so Alex Healy getting off to a good jump, but that's going to come back to bite him. The 97 now under attack from that 4 of Alan Duranco. Brian Terry has moved himself up into that 3rd position. You see that 34 Kyle Harbin moving his way up. Again, looks like we got a lot of people slowing up here, but we're going to go back on board here with that 97 and that 4 of Alan Duranco. See right now, man, that 97 is trying to put that 4 under attack, which he is. The 4 washing out wide. Let's see if that 97 has anything to say for him. As of right now, you see in the 34, Kyle Harbinson looks like he's trying to make a dive on the inside of the 31 of Brian Terry.
Brian Terry in 3rd place, baby, with 14 to go.
As we saw, it looks like maybe Kyle Harbin tried to dive to the inside like he's doing right now. 31 going to go ahead and give up that space.
He's got it. 34 is definitely going to have the corner. And here comes the 2 of Justin White behind him. The 2 new guys trying to put the veteran here of Bluegrass under a little bit of pressure as Alex Healy is trying to chase down Duranco, man. Healy can taste this exhibition win.
Yeah, Healy trying to get up here and get that first position, but that 4 of
Good
Alan
corner.
Duranco.
Great corner, all but bad exit.
97 getting a little loose there. Going to go back here and
see. A little ambitious is what you should say.
Kyle Harbin did get around him. Whoa, the 76 of Ron Morris Jr.
That was net code. They definitely made contact originally, and we're going to stay green. No, we're not.
Caution is out. Did have a couple of good laps there. We're going to go back and see what happened here. Oh, it was Ron Morris Jr., excuse me.
Yeah, it was Ron Morris Jr., but I think it might have been net code because the 2 gives him the room. As you see, the 2 turns in way too late. 76 is already trying to make the corner. The 2's just now turning in. You can see the 2's locking up. I don't know. We'll have to see.
See if we can go back and see it from Brian Terry's point of view. No, not going to be able to really see it. It looks like maybe the 2 just washed out there a little wide. You see? No, it looks like maybe Ron Morris Jr. might not have had anything to do with it. Looks like maybe the 2 might have. It looks like the 2 might have locked up that front wheel.
That is tough to tell, man.
See if we can hear from somebody's like from race control. See if they can shed some light on.
They deemed it the 76 making contact with the 2.
Okay, maybe they saw something that I didn't see.
I must have a camera view. You know, we usually have more camera views available, but
yeah, my hood cams and everything are not working tonight. Just don't know what happened with them.
Might have been when they updated the trucks and everything.
Yeah, that probably.
Cameras. These cameras are a couple months old, about a year old actually. We've been using the same cameras for over a year, so I don't know if that's a thing on iRacing. If after updates, car cameras go to waste like that, I don't know. Never been a big person into the camera scene like that. But either way, for the races here next week, we'll have all the cars throughout every series. Some awesome onboard cams, brought to you by our sponsors. Some, you'll be able to ride along with your drivers, your favorite drivers, and everybody carries an onboard cam. That's what we love about iRacing. So you'll get all those onboard shots with all your drivers, and we're going to be very, very honored to bring you guys some awesome camera shots next week. So, Chris, this is going to be a 5-lap shootout.
This is going to be a 5-lap shootout. That 4 of Alan Duranco getting off to a good jump. 97 Alex Healy also getting off to a good jump. But this is where it's going to come down into it. You see the 19 of Christopher Blanchard getting really locked up back there. Was able to stay off that 31, but it looks like the 31 getting into the wall. Whoa,
oh,
looks like
42! That's very uncharacteristic of Ed Osborne. Those marshals are just letting him run over him. They don't care. Like, oh well.
As we're just gonna do it the
Man,
old-fashioned way.
yeah.
You see the 31 getting into the wall? That's might be what Ed Osborne, you want me to be honest with you? That could be what threw off Ed Osborne right there. He was watching that 31 and not paying attention to his brake zone. Like, watch here. You see the 31 get up into the wall. The 42 starts to, you see right here, he sees it, he reacts, but at that point, he's probably just paying attention, hoping that 31 doesn't come off the wall, and then just misses his braking zone, gets
Just
into the back
maybe
of
a little
Blanchard.
bit of the break of focus, yeah. I could agree. That could be something that happened right there. Just his focus broke. Well, this is going to be a green-white checkered finish, Chris.
Yes, it will. This is where we're going to see who takes home the first exhibition race for the Truck Series here. Will it be Alan Duranko, Alex Healy, Kyle Arbin? Will it be any of these boys? Logan Smith, Brian Terry, Blanchard still in it, though. Whenever you look at it, you're saying, oh, it's only 40 miles around this track. That ain't that bad until you start adding in all the cautions. That's whenever it starts getting a little crazy.
Green flag is out.
Like you said, Josh, let's see who gets to add those
Great
early
job
bragging
from
rights.
Duranko.
Yeah, Alan Duranko getting
White
to
flag, white flag. White flag for Duranko. As we're going to roll it off here into turn 1 and 2 for the last time tonight. And unless there's a miracle, it looks like it's going to be that 4 machine, because the 97 has nothing left for him out of turn 4. Alan Duranko is going to pick up the win here tonight at the LA Coliseum. Alex Healy second, with Kyle Harbin in third. Man, what a great job from our podium drivers. Great job from Kyle. I would say he would have to be driver of the day for taking the EOL, coming back through the field, being a lap down, everything that he had to deal with. The 34, great drive in your debut here in the Bluegrass iRacing Series, man, on stream at least. I know you guys have had some practice races, some other fun races, but man, tonight here on your debut in the Bluegrass Series, I got to say, Kyle Harbin, you put on one good show, man. We're looking forward to what that 34 has got to show on track for the rest of the season. As Alan Duranko, big congratulations to him, man. He is just enjoying it. That's what I do when I burn out.
Not much room to do donuts.
Enough room to put that front and bumper into the wall and blow that motor, though, on a burnout. And our results are up. Alan Duranko gonna... Oh, results are not up. Just give us 1 second. There we go. Sorry about that. Was having a little bit of issues with the results popping up. But Alan Duranko, from 19 spots, he started in 20th with the randomized grid and said, okay, I'll take that Jarno Otmir last to first challenge. And he did it, man. Shout out Jarno Otmir. As Alan Duranko going to finish here tonight, P1. Alex Healy, P2. Kyle Harbin in his iRacing, or excuse me, I keep saying iRacing, Bluegrass iRacing debut, I should say. He's going to finish here tonight in P3. Logan T. Smith, P4, with Christopher Blanchard, P5. Brian Terry, P6. Justin White, P7. Ed Osborne, P8, with Josh Lockwood in P9. Ron Morris Jr., P10. Michael McCauley, P11, with Casey Barlow, P12. Gary Jaworski, P13. Anthony Stevens, P14. Josh Clemens, 15th, with Wes Wiggins, 16th. Daniel Worthington, 17th. CJ Mason, 18th. Robert Richards, 19th. And Cody Verrill rounding out your field here tonight in that 20th position. We do have 2 of your 3 drivers here in the staging area. I know Jason probably not used to saying, hey, everybody get back into the staging area, but it looks like everybody has left. We'll see if we get Kyle. I'm trying to see if he's in the Discord right now. I do see him in the Discord. We'll see here in a moment. But right now, we're going to go ahead and bring up Alan Duranko, have a word with your winner here tonight of the LA Coliseum exhibition race. Alan, Duranco, Chris, and Josh up here in the Bluegrass booth. Do you got a copy?
I do.
Man, Alan, I got to say, what an excellent drive here tonight from you, man. You started tonight in that feature race where we saw everybody getting inverted. I know that was probably one of those things like, oh goodness, where am I going to start? But you got the dead end of the field. It's like they picked you last at PE, soccer, or football or whatever. That you got thrown out there in that 20th position, and you said, hey, that's nothing for me. You came back in 19 spots, man. You made up. You're going to take the win home tonight, and I got to say, it was a heated battle between you and Healy there early running, but here towards the end of the race around that lap 100 area, it seemed like that Ford machine found a second wave of grip, and man, you were able to take home the first race win, or I say race win, it's the exhibition race win, but we were saying earlier, the early bragging rights of the season. How does it feel, man, Alan, and take us through just that whole little ordeal right there. That was an excellent race from the Ford machine tonight.
Oh man, I can't tell you how excited I am. It's really great to get this first one out of the way, even though it's not part of the season, like you said. It still very much feels like it. Yeah, starting P20th, you just kind of have like a little chip on your shoulder because you can't do any worse, right? So you're like, well, I'm just gonna throw it all in and see where I can go. I found a great groove like in the middle because everyone was running low and checking up because they were bumping into each other. So I found that going around the outside, I was able to get enough momentum to propel me up to the front. And then also with there were some cautions and people spinning out, unfortunately, which was my fortune, which is cool. But yeah, and then at the end there, with Alex, man, he was fast. He had me sweating for a while there, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get around him. And then once I got around him, I just kind of like calmed down, and I just kind of just hit my marks. And once I was able to start, doing that, I like you said, I felt so much faster at that point. And then the cautions kept coming out. And I was like, no. But on that very last caution, I heard Alex downshift a second, and I was like, yes, that's exactly what I want. So hearing that, I took off a little bit sooner than I thought, and I heard him spin his tires, and then I kind of knew that I had it as long as I kept it under control.
Heck yeah, man. It's people don't realize, you see like all those other competitive esports games, you could say, they always talk about sound. Just hearing him shift down into second right there was able to give you that jump. We know here at these short tracks in Bluegrass go on the green flag after the initial start. So, hey, great on you, man. Using that awareness to hear that second gear, that's something I always love hearing, those little bitty things. I heard him downshift and, man, hit that jump early. And you got a great start, man. And we know through those heat races and everything, it was a little bit of chaos early, but it seemed like you guys had some opportunities. But, man, we know next week you guys are going into Talladega, Alan. Take us through that, man. The super speedway racing, we're going to take a big old momentum change, but you've got the momentum of picking up an early win here and showing that you got the speed not only on the short tracks, but on a track that is very difficult to drive. How do you take that into Talladega, and what do you got to prove out there next week?
I'm not the best at super speedways, but I am getting better with practice, which is nice. I know that Bluegrass just had that 100-mile or 100-lap on Saturday that I was able to run, and I had by far my most successful run at Talladega, even though it was 16th. I was able to finish the race. So taking that experience and that knowledge into that race will certainly help. I found, maybe hanging in the back a little bit in the beginning, just kind of feeling things out, and then just really aiming to be there at the end. So if I can be there at the end within, the top 10 or so, at that point anybody hopefully has a shot, and hopefully I can have a shot to continue my momentum.
Heck yeah, man. Well, was one thing I can say, being from that area, being around Talladega my whole life, everybody's got a chance, man. And Alan, if it's somebody that can win here at the Coliseum, I know you definitely got the talent and the ability to go get that win at Talladega, man. But hey, we're very excited to see what that Ford machine's got going for the rest of the season, buddy. Congratulations on picking up the exhibition win tonight here, picking up the momentum early for the season. We're excited to see you guys at Talladega. And if you've got any final words, shout outs, thoughts, or anything you want to let go here to the Bluegrass fans tonight, we'll let them get those words out there, and Alan, we'll let you hit the road here and celebrate this early victory here, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to thank Flex Motorsports, Artfly, D Squared Racing, just Bluegrass, especially Bluegrass, for putting on a great series, and then the broadcast as well. I really look forward to watching it, so thank you.
Heck yeah, man. Well, we are really looking forward to watching you guys all season. It is going to be an absolute blast. Alan, again, congratulations, buddy, and good night, man. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and hey, we'll be seeing you next week on the high banks.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thank you, man. You too. A class act, Alan Duranco. And yeah, I was going to say Kyle Harbin is out of the Discord, like he popped out. We'll let our newer guys know about the interviews and everything. We'll get everybody settled out next week. I'm sure Jason will go over it in the drivers' meet and everything, let them know. But we're going to go ahead and bring up second place, Alex Healy. Have a word with him. Alex Healy, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
I got a copy, guys.
Man, Alex, well, last season we were talking to you after some devastating events at the championship race, but you're coming back here. You finished second tonight, and we were talking early about how you were the driver making up all the positions, 17 spots, but man, you finished 5/10 short here tonight, Alex. How does it feel not only being back out on the racetrack, but how does it feel almost having success here early, grabbing that early win and finishing P2 tonight at the Coliseum?
Yeah, overall pretty successful. I've only raced the Coliseum in that All-Star race we did at the end of the last year that turned into quite a show of different sorts, I guess. But it was I was just glad to get back out here with the guys, get back in the swing of things instead of running fixed every week and all that. And
Oh yeah.
it was good to get out here and have a mostly successful run. Show myself that I still got it, build some confidence going into the first week, and there are just a couple things I'd like to have back that I screwed up, and which I heard Alan say he heard me downshift. That was an accidental downshift, and when I hit the gas, I lit the tires up. I was like, oh my god, I'm in second gear.
Oh, dude, you know how many times I've went from going to try to downshift and I accidentally put it just completely into the wrong gear. My old G29 shifter, I remember you'd try to put it to third, you'd accidentally put it into first, and
Yep.
oh, that would kill me, man. So many times
Yeah.
I wrecked under pace laps and fix and have hit people and just
Yeah.
accidentally all that forward. But hey, enough of me, Alex. I want to get a little bit more pick your brain here, man. We were saying here early in the stream, we were talking about you in qualifying after the heat races that we've got a lot of drivers here that, aren't here. Joey Doucette, not driving in the trucks. Doug Neal moving up series, and, kind of those guys that were the front runners last season. And you were one of those guys giving those drivers a run for their money every week. Alex, you are now one of those drivers we're looking forward to this season, man. Going into Talladega next week, how are you feeling confident, or, what are you feeling like is going to be your, I guess, success, or, anything there that you've got? And how do you think going through this season that 97 is going to fare out? I mean, last season you picked up a lot of speed towards the middle half of the season, and I feel like we might see the better half of Alex Healy this year.
Yeah, to be totally honest with you guys, anything less than a championship this year, it will be a failure as far as I'm concerned. I'm real excited. I'm rolling with the regulators this year. I got CJ and Ron Morris, so when we get out on the super speedways, I'll not be out there by myself. So I have some guys to help and maybe get a little help in return as well. So I think that's just going to be fun. Racing with those guys, CJ and Ron are awesome dudes, and I was super stoked when they sent me a message after last season, probably 2 days after the season, like, hey man, let's put this thing together and let's go get a team championship. So super excited about that. And like I said, it was good to get back in here with all these same guys and show that I still got speed and minus a couple mistakes, which there for the last 60 laps or so, I was sitting on 16x. So if someone sneezed on me wrong, my race was over. So I had to dial back the aggression a little bit, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, starting 19th and going up to second, I'm not going to be mad about that.
Hey, not at all, man. We saw the 20th place and the 19th place have both success here from the back of the field. Excited to see what that 97 machine of Alex Healy has for us all year, buddy. We're very excited to see you back, not only in the series, but back in the trucks, man. And hey, those big words you got to back up now, championship or anything, man. Or nothing. That's what we like to hear. We're looking forward to seeing you push hard, man. And Alex, any final words or anything, shout outs that you want to let out before we let you go, buddy? You're more than welcome to throw out there.
Yeah. Once again, shout out to the regulators, CJ and Ron. Looking forward to running with those guys this year. Shout out to always my spotter, my crew chief, my guy Dave Farmer in the headset, helping me out as best he could tonight. There's not a whole lot a spotter can do on a track like this, but he did what he could for me. Appreciate my family watching. I know I got my brother-in-law and my wife are in there watching, and I know I got a few other guys calling, CW and a few other people. It's good to be back in the swing of things, and I can't wait for next week.
We can't wait for next week either, man. The high banks of Talladega is going to be an absolute blast. Well, Alex, it's been a pleasure to have you back up here in the booth, man. Excited to see you guys work again this season. And hey, hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week at Talladega, buddy.
Yeah, one way or the other, we're going to be talking a lot this year.
I love the confidence, man. That's what I like to hear. Alex, well, we appreciate your time, man. And again, enjoy the rest of your week, buddy. And hopefully we'll be seeing you back up here in the booth soon.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, man. You too. And that was Alex Healy. As we said, Kyle Harbin unfortunately did do the rookie move and disconnect from the Discord. We'll, like we said, we'll have a word with all the drivers. And if he just didn't want to interview, hey, that's fine too. We don't judge up here in the booth. If you guys don't want to talk to me and Chris, I would not honestly blame you. It makes sense. But hey, enough of that. We've had an absolute blast here tonight, man. I am so glad to be back up here in the booth. I was telling my buddy about an hour or two before the race about just, man, I was getting jitters. I was getting kind of goosebumps. It was like I haven't been nervous. It wasn't even that I was nervous. It was just more overconfident. I was so ready to get in here, so ready to go racing. And man, we are very glad to be back. Looks like I've talked to the channels closed, so it looks like our race is officially closing here as the fans are piling out of the stands. And man, one more thing I got to say is a big shout out to Bluegrass. Big shout out to all of our sponsors here tonight. Butt Kicker, KPG, Huffman Designs, Blanchard Towing, and Roasted Jim's Coffee. Excuse me about that. And hey, big shout out to all of our drivers here. Chris, any final words before we let the fans go here tonight?
Yeah, just a big shout out to everybody out there on that Facebook, YouTube chat. Like I said last season, we are so glad to be here, so glad to be calling these Bluegrass boys again. It's going to, going into next week is going to be a lot of fun, but we still got the Xfinity and the next gen cars coming up tomorrow and Wednesday. So that's something I'm also looking forward to. So make sure to check out the Xfinity and the Cup Series. And also, like we were saying, we are still recruiting for that series. So make sure to hit up Jason or any of the boys in the Bluegrass Discord and let them know, hey, I want to drive for that series. So big shout out to everybody that puts this series on. Jason, Brian Terry, all those guys that do everything in the background to help, make this series, run. Big shout out to all of them. Big shout out to Butt Kicker, KPG, Huffman Designs, Blanchard Towing, and Roasted Jim's Coffee for coming on this season. We'll have all of the logos and everything up here. If I don't have it up tomorrow, then I will have it up next week. But big shout out to all of them for coming on and, really giving us the opportunity to do this. But I can't wait for that Xfinity race tomorrow night.
Oh, definitely indeed. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m., we will be live around that 8:55-ish area, 9-ish area. But hey, we'll be live with qualifying, heat racing, and the race. But other than that, this has been a big thank you from Josh and Chris up here in the booth. We have missed this so much. We are so glad to be back here in the Bluegrass series. And like Chris said, Facebook, YouTube, like button, and subscribe button. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night for the Xfinity race here at the LA Coliseum, excuse me. But hey, good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow and enjoy the rest of your night. This is Chris and Josh signing off saying thank you.